Hi, my wise astrology tribe, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Krisztina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to analyze the 2023 September astrology forecast. Right now I'm going to talk a little bit about the mundane transit in general first. So we're going to have a new moon, and the new moon going to happen 14th of September, and it's going to happen in Virgo. And then the full moon going to happen 29th of September in 6 degrees in Aries. The full moon going to actually be in opposition with Pallas Athene and going to square with Vesta, and the new moon going to trine Uranus. All right, we also have our two inner planets, Mercury and Venus, going to station direct this month. Venus going to station direct on the 3rd, and Mercury going to station direct on the 15th in Virgo in 8 degrees. The other thing was going to happen, Jupiter going to station retrograde on the 4th of September, and it's going to conjunct Moon. So the moon going to be actually in Taurus that day, and then it's going to trine Mercury retrograde. All right, also some asteroid also going to change sign. Pallas Athene going to change sign and gonna go to Libra on the 13th. Pallas Athene is the warrior queen, but she was really wise. So she is choosing her fights. And the 13th, Vesta also going to ingress Cancer. Vesta is your eternal flame. In Cancer, actually, it's going to give us and help us with nurturing. Like we will nurture our inner child, and the way we are. You know, it's very important also in financial astrology, because Vesta is the one what keeps us going and want to make us to invest, for example. And the 15th, Ceres going to move to Scorpio, and the Sun also going to change sign and gonna go to Libra on the 23rd. Come on, Cosmo. So here is Cosmo, my little Dutch hound, and he's gonna be part of your prediction right now. So let's see what's going to happen. Mercury and Jupiter on the 4th going to actually trine. Mercury is the ability, the way you are actually processing information. Mercury associated with thinking, communication, the way you express yourself, and it's associated with sales as well. It rules two signs. It rules Gemini in the 3rd house, and it also rules Virgo. At this moment, it is in retrograde on the 4th, and it is trining with Jupiter, the planet of blessing in Taurus. So actually, it will indicate some kind of positive change with traveling, short distance traveling. It will indicate, for example, the oat or anything with grain on stock market can go up. It is also indicating some kind of change with internet and the way we are using internet and the way we are communicating. It's a blessing. You are capable to for example, express yourself on a really not positive way, because Jupiter is the planet of positivity over here. So what else is happening? So let's see let's go to the new moon this month, and it's going to happen in Virgo, 21 degrees. That's the 2nd decan. So the 2nd decan, it's a Capricornian decan, and it's going to actually influenced by Saturn. Saturn is endurance. Saturn is actually have to do something with your hard work ethic. But Saturn also represents fears and delays and decays and censorship. And because of we have Mercury retrograding actually in Virgo, and by sign, by energy, it is opposing, not by degree, but by energy, it's opposing Saturn, which is in retrograde in Pisces, and also to Neptune. it could indicate some kind of issue with social media, with media itself. The news itself could be either censored or it could be lies. And we are going to figure out actually what they were lying about to us in general, to the public. All right, what else could happen over here? So because of this new moon in Virgo, it's, you know, the moon is representing your feelings, your subconscious. It's representing the females in general, women and feminism. It also associated with the public. But it also rules dogs and apples, you know, like silver, for example, pearl. So when it's actually opposing to the energy of Saturn, then it could, and Saturn is in Pisces, it could indicate some kind of issue over here. And that's what we're gonna hear in the news most likely, to have some kind of issue with animals, big ocean animals. For example, they can get beached, and you know, like it could indicate a massive death of the mammals, the ocean mammals there. And what else it could indicate? It could indicate censorship. It's obvious because Mercury is opposing to Saturn here and Neptune. So the other thing what could happen, we're going to have actually a full moon, which is going, no, actually this new moon is going to trine Uranus. Uranus, anything to do with chaos, rebellions, and it's also something because it rules the 11th house, your goals and your hopes and wishes, humanitarian and philanthropic project as well. Uranus rules the tornadoes, rules anything with wind, windmill, energy. So when this is going to trine, it is a really, really favorable, granted, positive aspect over here. And because Uranus is in Taurus, in this case, it could be something like we're going to have a news about and like how can we stop tornadoes, or how can we use windmills in our daily lives, or you know, like it's going to be more popular. How can you use self-sufficient energy? For example, Uranus in Taurus could represent natural gas, right, over there. But how? Because of the animals. So using technology and using the animal poops, for example, and create natural gas. And it's going to be all over in the news. And it is also some kind of positive change because of the new moon is in Virgo. Virgo is the earth. It's representing Mother Earth as well, just like Taurus is an earth sign. So some positive news about recycling, for example, or actually the way we treat animals and the way we treat the earth itself, it's going to be some positive news over there for us. Okay, so moving forward, and we're going to talk about right now Venus station direct on the 3rd. Venus is going to station direct at 12 degrees. Okay, and it's going to conjunct Juno when it's stationed direct. Venus is stationing direct in Leo. Leo, by archetype, it rules investment, it rules prize winning, it rules sports clubs, it rules the children, joy and pleasure-based businesses, and your kids, and your creative projects. So, what's gonna happen? If you have been actually in stagnation, or you couldn't move forward with your art project, or you didn't find, for example, a manager or someone who can represent you in your art, this is the time right now when you will be capable, actually go for it, and you know, most likely some of us going to find someone who is helpful, and we can actually, it could help with your creative project. It's also really good to win, and you know, Venus is not only love and attraction, Venus also is currency. So in Leo, it rules the 5th house, right? So 5th house is investment. Venus, it could be like you are preserving your money in art or in very, very expensive jewelries. And that's the way, not in 401k, obvious, but something what is tangible over there, and you can, because Venus rules Taurus, which is tangible energy, so something with tangible energy. For example, gold, because Venus in Leo could be something investing in gold, real gold. So it could be a positive energy for that. All right, and Jupiter. So if you want to actually help your Venus and help your creative project, you can drink, for example, blue lotus tea, lavender tea, rose petal tea, anything like that, especially if your Venus is debilitated in your chart and it's weak, then you are capable to make it stronger. For example, every Friday you buy flowers for yourself, like you going to use a lot of green underwear, green clothes, whatever, but that's how you're going to be capable to make your Venus stronger. Okay, so that's how you can help. Okay, the next one is Jupiter. Jupiter is in Taurus, which is luxury and comfort. Jupiter is the planet of blessing, the planet of Santa Claus. This is like in the Taurus rules the second house, ruled by Venus, and Venus also going direct the day before. So station direct the day before, so it is really, really positive over here, even if they are squaring by energy. But don't forget, square is not necessarily bad, because it's pushing you forward to make a decision, it's pushing you forward to make actions. And so I like squares in the charts usually. So here what you can do, it's pushing you forward to prepare for the next month, which is going to be the eclipse season. And you know, in October 14th, we're going to have a solar eclipse in Libra, and on the 28th, we're going to have the last Taurus eclipse. Right? And it's going to happen in 5 degrees. So we are ending that 18-year cycle with Taurus Scorpio axis. But Jupiter here, it's already gonna go in retrograde. So it's going to be influenced by this eclipse, most likely. And over here, it's bringing back opportunities for us, opportunities with Taurian energy. So Jupiter also very good with investment. In daytime, it's rules Sagittarius, nighttime, it's rules Pisces. And you know, like in Sagittarius, it's more positive, obviously, and in Pisces, it's more spiritual. Jupiterian stone is lapis lazuli, and if you want to make your Jupiter stronger because you are ruled by Jupiter, perhaps you have a Sag rising or Pisces rising or Sag sun or a Sagittarius sun or Pisces sun, you are ruled by that, and then it's representing it can get weakened, so you want to make it more positive and more strong. So you can have milk thistle, dandelion, you can bear lapis lazuli, and you're going to actually balance that kind of energy that is weakened, Jupiter. But on the other hand, Jupiter is bringing back opportunities with salaries. So for example, a lot of people could go back to work and get rehired. Whoever lost their job during COVID, it could be like the next 4 months, while Jupiter gonna go back retrograde, people going to get back their job, or they're going to get rehired, because second house is your salary. So it could be influence that one. Okay, and then we wanted to talk about Mercury retrograde. Mercury going to go direct in Virgo. So it's exalted in Virgo. When it's gonna go direct, it's going to indicate some kind of positive news in healthcare, because 6th house rules healthcare, and 6th house also rules our daily routine. So it's going to be more settled in general. And also it rules works. Just what I said about Jupiter at this moment, like 2 seconds ago, Mercury going direct in Virgo, it's also representing a lot of people going to get back their job. And we might going to hear a good news about, in general around the world, about healthcare, about you know, like insurances and healthcare in general, because 6th house is your health or health and healthcare. All right, so I'm going to move forward right now, and I'm going to actually talk about each individual sign. So if you have a Gemini rising, sun or moon secondly, this is your 2023 astrology forecast, and let's see what's gonna happen for you Geminis. So the month's going to start out actually with, let's see, on the 3rd, we're going to have Venus going direct, and it's gonna happen in your 3rd house. 3rd house to do anything with communication, sales, anything to do the way you are expressing yourself. Actually, the way you are processing information. Actually, it's great to, you know, that's transportation, younger siblings, your neighborhood also. So it could represent like some famous people could actually move to your neighborhood, and it's going to increase the price of your home. It could also mean like you're going to sell something, which could be very Leoian energy, which could be like a very expensive car and luxurious car, and you profit out from it. Or it could be something to do with selling jewelries or selling expensive art as well, and you profit out from it. 3rd house is skill-based learning as well, but because Leo representing entertainment, pleasure, and joy, you might going to actually take classes, which is like music classes, vocal classes, how to entertain, how to become an actor or actress or a musician. So guitar lessons, piano lessons, anything to do with art or sports could be really, really good. For example, Venus is beautiful clothes and flashy clothes. And Leo rules the 5th house, which could be sports. But in this case, I would say something golfing or something with tennis lessons you can take. All right. Let's see what other aspect we are having. So you're going to have Jupiter going station retrograde on the 4th in your 12th house, and on the same day it's going to actually conjunct the moon. So the moon going to be in your 12th house and conjuncting with Jupiter, and it's going to be trining with Mercury, which is in Virgo, and it's in retrograde in your 4th house. So what can come up for you here? This is positive. This is something to do with your living situation, the foundation of the house. You might going to rehire someone actually to fix the foundation. You might going to be able to expand your house, because Jupiter is expansion. So you are capable this time actually to work on something with expansion of your home. So this is a very positive energy here. Okay. What else is happening? On the 6th, we're going to have the Sun conjuncting Mercury. So this is a Kazimi. Here, the Mercury is in retrograde. Kazimi is positive, right? Usually, whenever the planet conjunct with Sun, it's not necessarily that positive, because of the Sun is overwhelmingly bright and actually doesn't let the other planet to shine. But this very little, like 17 minutes is when the Kazimi is happening. That is very, very powerful, beneficial, positive, auspicious aspect here in your 4th house with your family. So your living situation can change for the better. A family member could get some kind of reward. It could be something with, like, you can take a real estate license, and for example, before you always failed, this time you are capable to move forward and get that license. It could be like investing in property. Somehow you can be the 3% of miracles who is capable in this time when, you know, like pretty hard to buy right now houses, but you are capable to find something very affordable and luxurious and really good for you because of the energy is trining with Jupiter and Uranus. It's coming unexpectedly for you. It could mean like a visitation from a faraway country, and it could be like someone who is your relative and coming to visit you and gonna stay with you for a while. Okay, so what else is happening? On the 14th, we're going to have a new moon. The new moon going to happen also in your fourth house, which is family. It's a new beginning. Some of you might going to actually just start to plan a family. That is the time right now for you to move in together with someone. So it's a new beginning over there. So the new moon is happening here on the 14th. And then it's also going to trine Uranus. So the energy here, it could be like an unexpected proposal for you and getting married and planning, or an unexpected pregnancy could be as well, which is actually expanding your family. You can also expand your family with a small animal, adopt a puppy or buy a puppy here. Okay, and the other thing what's going to happen, we're going to go on the 15th when Mercury goes direct, exactly the same house in your fourth house. So everything is moving forward with this energy. You will feel like more active, and especially because we are already preparing for the next month eclipse season, and the eclipse going to happen in your fifth house and in your 12th house, where is Jupiter went retrograde. So the eclipse can eclipse out an addiction. So you're going to expand your spiritual practice, your conscious, the way you are relate to God and the way you are relate to the universal law. So some of you going to learn how to download actually information, because Uranus is over here, and Uranus actually be your crown chakra, which is a higher octave of knowledge, like that is the universal knowledge. And especially with Jupiter, Jupiter loves the 12th house because rules Pisces, so it could be good for you to expand your spiritual practice. It could be good for you to start like an ayahuasca treatment, anything to do with retreat, anything to do with spirituality, in your home, in your land. So you might actually going to invest in a land which is going to be close to your home, or just a land where you're going to live, but actually you're going to have sweat lodge over there. You're going to do anything with holistic healing, or maybe you're going to have people who has addiction, so you're going to open an addiction center. Or, you know, like maybe you're going to have a creative studio at home, like you are an entertainer and you are doing like recording at home, so you're going to have a recording studio. All right, what else is happening here for you guys? Let's see. Okay, so let's move forward and let's go, you know, like Venus and Uranus going to square here a little bit, so it could actually affect your thinking, the way you think. And well, this is not a bad energy, because that is pushing you forward to seek for the truth, to go really, really deep and see behind the curtain. And whenever you're looking at a situation, then you want to know really what's happening behind, and what is the real reason people are becoming enemies, or people are becoming very offensive. So you're going to actually practice that kind of understanding here when you are capable to see behind the veil. So that's also could be like your intuition going to get a lot better, right? Okay, and the last one is going to be Aries full moon, which is going to oppose Pallas Athene in Libra, because Pallas Athene is Libra, and square Vesta in Cancer in your second house. So if I'm talking about finances, fifth house, second house, 11th house, it's all finances, Geminis. So your hopes and wishes is changing. You might going to give up a long-term dream over here because you say, you know what? I have to actually focus on the short-term dreams right now because I need money. I need money to survive. I need to feed my family. So somehow it's representing like, okay, I know, you know, like you did your plan for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, but okay, right now, whatever I dream for myself in 15 years, it has to go or has to change. Something is changing about that because I need to feed my family. So that could be that. Also, it's going to clip out a few friends for you. Anyway, the eclipse is gonna start to happen in your 5th and in your 11th house from next month. So obviously that is the axis of friendship, romantic partners, and hopes and wishes, dreams and creative projects. So there is a huge change the next 18 months for you. But 11th house is your social circle. 11th house is your community. 11th house is the people you belong from. It could also represent legal matters, court cases. So in this case, it could actually end finally a court case, something that you were fighting for. And because of the moon is motherhood or parenthood, it could be like you were actually fighting for your children. And right now, finally, you get your children and you can start a new life. So it could be positive turnout for you here, but definitely it could also end relationship. You cutting out the ones who you cannot grow from. So people who cannot associate with anymore. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. And I will be back in October. Until then, check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. You can get familiar with my readings and read about me. I see you soon. Bye for now.